Rock and roll of Coca-Cola.
All right, we're back for
Sure.
episode 62 of the Idiot Circle. I'm Mike.
I'm Fred.
The Czar.
I'm Tim.
I thought it was Caesar. It's Czar.
No,
Caesar?
Fred likes to call it as bizarre.
Bizarre.
Yeah.
Bizarre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Caesar Geronimo.
Caesar. I think it's Caesar. So we had some technical difficulties. Rob is on his phone, so he no longer has the title of Czar. It's Samsung Smith or whatever.
Yep. Bless you.
Smurfy.
All right. Tim is at the ball field
Yeah, I'm at practice.
playing with his balls.
Yeah.
All
Chargers.
right.
Charger softball. Charger softball.
Go Chargers.
Go Chargers.
Go softballs.
Go
Yeah, they're all in there,
softball.
Tim.
There they are. All right. Nice.
Wow, looks a little smoky out there.
It is. It is. Look back there. It's hazy.
Yeah. It's ridiculous, man. And it smells like chemicals. It doesn't even, it's not like
Right.
regular
Oh, yeah.
like bonfire smoke. It smells like chemicals.
Well,
And
yeah,
isn't
it's all the
always
shit.
Ca- Isn't
it's all-
Canada always bitching about you guys polluting them?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get my eyes. I gotta wash my eyes out for work, and then I was outside all day today, man. You'd have thought I was in a sandstorm. It was bad.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's basically it smells like the stuff that they're spraying onto the fires to actually put them out.
Yeah.
I've seen some footage of that, them big airplanes.
Would that be water? Does it
Up
smell
water.
like water?
Pretty
You
wild.
know, they have certain chemicals in the waters as well. But the thing is and then you get that haze, and then all of a sudden, the one thing that you don't smell anymore around here is the Chinook smell that used to come from the Canadian side. But
Yeah.
trust me, it's sometimes up here it just you can't even
What's
go
the
outside.
Chinook smell?
Well, that's what it smelled like. It almost smelled like they were like it's if you have never smelled Chinook, like if it's a fish.
It's a salmon.
There's that
Yeah.
fertilizer plant across the river.
Yeah.
Though.
Isn't it? Is that what it is?
Yeah, fertilizer.
Well, that's what my grandparents and my parents used to say that. Oh God, we got up towards Port Huron and they had that Chinook smell. So maybe they were just comparing the smell. I don't know.
And you dated a couple girls that had the Chinook smell, didn't you?
Lord.
If it smells like Chinook, don't take a look.
You're a poet and didn't know it.
My feet show it because they're long fellows.
Yes.
Rob, are you losing weight or are we just getting fatter?
Really? Does it look like
Yeah.
you're losing weight?
Yeah, your Adam's apple sticking out, your face is thin. I think you're losing weight, bro.
Wow, good.
I mean, I got more chins than a
I'm
Chinese phone book, but
I'm sweating it out down here in Florida. That's what's happening. It's hot as balls down here.
That's crazy. I just had a doctor's appointment, and the last time I was at the doctor's, I weighed 278, and I stepped on the scale at my appointment, and I weighed 250.
wow.
That was one leg off of the scale.
That was with one ass cheek on the scale.
Look at Fred's got the Lions hat on. He's
does.
representing, man. I
He
love
does.
it. I love it.
Tim's got the
Yeah.
Chargers hat on, right?
Yep.
There you go.
That's you see the hat. That is going to be the future East China School District hat.
Colors.
When,
Really?
Marines. Yeah.
Shut
When Marine
Think
City
about-
and St. Clair
Yeah,
combine.
They can't get rid of the black. It's gonna
They
be
are.
orange.
Why don't they just call them the Mains?
I heard at one point it
The
was
what?
East China
The
Dragon.
maids.
The Mains.
The mains.
Yeah.
How about the
Mains.
taints? The taints.
The Mains.
God,
Oh.
the vulvas.
Oh, boy. I don't
Yeah.
know about the orange and blue for the Mariners though, or
I can't-
whatever.
I-
Well,
I-
see,
I
I had to
like-
go. Did anybody know what the East China used to be when we went to school there, Fred? What
Well,
was it?
the Dragons.
Yeah,
The
the
Dragons.
East China
We already got
Dragons.
We already got Clintondale as the Dragons. We don't
Listen,
need to
I
be the
used to
Dragons.
have a marine East China Dragons T-shirt that I wore almost to when it would just withered away.
It was like a
Yep.
powder just fell
What
apart.
what was the shirt that Fred used to wear all the time? You told me, Rob. I don't remember. You told me he had a shirt that he wore, and it wore out, or maybe it was you that you said. I don't remember.
It was me that told you that was the
Well,
Smashing Pumpkins Siamese Dreams tour shirt that I got, and Bill Nesbitt just should drive Bill Nesbitt absolutely nuts. He goes, oh my God, I can't believe you don't have your Smashing Pumpkins shirt on. And I would lift up the shirt I have on, it would be underneath. And he's like, what the hell? I'm like, I just did it for you, buddy.
Wow.
really?
Yeah, I wore it. I mean, it looked like moths got to it. There was like, it looked like a church shirt. It was holy.
Holy moly.
Yeah.
I thought Brock was going to be on today, or Brock just gave you topics today.
No,
Yeah,
Brock gave me some topics the other day. We were supposed to do the show on Monday, but unfortunately Jennifer mom's isn't feeling well, and so I told her, hey, family comes first before the show, obviously. So
big deal.
so Brock had already sent me these, so we were gonna probably do them next week, so we're just moving it up a week. But before we get into the topics, a couple things that and Rob and I were talking about this earlier, but just talking about the NFL or the NHL draft. I know that's nothing, Mike, you're interested in. We're sitting here hoping that the Red Wings would try to make a splash by picking up some guys that actually can put the puck in the net. And they went through 7 rounds. They grabbed a bunch of defensemen. They grabbed a bunch of defensemen, a goalie, and a center, and only two left wings. And I'm like, and then they made a trade with the Oilers for future consideration for 2 players, but nobody that Yamamoto.
Not Draisaitl.
Yeah, it's not Draisaitl and it's not McDavid or Nugent Hopkins or any of those guys.
Yeah.
It was that Yamamoto and Costin, and again, not a big splash whatsoever, and I was getting all excited to hear, listen to Valente today go ape shit about it. But fortunately for us, the Tigers played at 140, so we didn't have to listen to them. But but the other thing is I don't know about you guys, as you guys know about we talked about the Detroit Lions quite a bit. The last 2 or 3 years, I've used the term cautiously optimistic, and I think I've taken the next step to being optimistic, but I'm really getting nervous because all these pundits around the country are giving the Lions all these praise and everything, and I'm just afraid that it's going to all come back to haunt them and they're going to shit the bed. I don't want to feel that way. I really don't. But the thing that bothers me the most about where I think it could happen is they still haven't addressed the backup quarterback situation. Because if Goff goes down, the season's over.
So do you feel this way, Fred, because for 70 years they were the epitome, another Fred phrase, the epitome of suck?
Yeah. But and the thing is in those 70 years, I mean, all of us have seen a team where it just, for some reason, all the moons and everything kind of fell in place, and some team would go from worst to first and do some great things. But we're talking about an organization that's got 7 total playoff wins in the history of their organization.
So for Mike and you, because I know you watch the Lions every week, and I couldn't last year because obviously now I'm in Florida and they weren't on nationally. They will be on this year. We've always saw them always find ways to lose. The last
Yeah.
year, did it seem like they were finding ways to win games?
Yeah, you're in it.
Yeah, yep. And but the thing is some of the they were finding ways to lose, but there was also people helping them lose with some of the. I mean, and a lot of the rules that are now in the NFL are based off of what happened to the Detroit Lions during a football game. It's just, I think it's kind of funny, and the thing is I don't want to fall back and be the cautiously optimistic. I don't think that Dan Campbell is going to allow them to buy all the hype. And and I think they got the coaching staff besides Campbell, to bring this bring something big here. And I think that with their draft that they had, as well as the free agents that they brought in, are nice. But again, the thing that concerns me, and I'm sure it concerns the three of you as well, is if he goes down, Nate Sudfeld is not the answer.
But I think they know that, and that they're going to
I would
try to
certainly hope
address it. Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah.
Now, take quarterback out of play here, though. Let's take the quarterback away from it.
Mhm.
Did they get better? And since the draft and the off
Yeah.
in the offseason, they did
Well,
not.
Yeah, they did. They did.
Well, yeah. Now, mind you, you go back 3 years. I mean, did they improve? Well, anything could be better than what they were 3 years ago. I
Yeah.
mean, but I think what they did last year, and it was nice for the one thing about our sports teams, like the Lions and the Red Wings, they played meaningful hockey and football all the way till the end of the season, which is what some people are kind of just kind of holding some be optimistic about what the future is going to look like. But like last night, they interviewed Steve Yzerman, and he's still focusing on it's still a rebuild, but we're in year 5. I'm like, dude, you need to pick up the pace.
Yeah.
I mean, because there's teams here, I mean, or even coaches, they barely make it to 5 years before they get fired. But the thing is I don't want his, again, him end up being like Michael Jordan, where Michael Jordan was a great player, but he was a horrible general manager, and that's going to tarnish his legacy. But again, you look at the Lions, they had nowhere to go but up. And I think they finally did get the right person, to bring these guys in, and to believe in a system. And again, I know we all kind of questioned some of the picks that they made this year, but again, you in the back of your mind going, well, they know more than we do.
Yeah.
So, how are they going to use them? And you said it too, Rob, today. He goes, that Detroit, the organization is, looking to go towards it, probably a black quarterback, and that's where Hendon Hooker comes into play. But again, Hendon Hooker's not going to play this year.
No.
I know that they got that Martinez.
I said the fans want it. When you listen to the ticket, that's what they want.
Oh yeah,
so
that's
now you just got to find one that can actually, not come in and just concentrate on his legs, because we know that doesn't work in the NFL.
Yeah,
and it seems like Hendon Hooker has the ability to throw and run.
Right. I don't know if he has the maturity of how Jalen Hurts has been. I think Jalen Hurts has been a huge surprise by anybody who's follows the NFL. But again, when you have people like Carson Wentz and Matt Ryan and Joe Flacco sitting out there in free agent, can get him for a year until Hendon Hooker is ready to back up Jared Goff. Excuse me. I would, because the thing is if let's say Goff goes down, you're on the 20-yard line, it's and you need at least a field goal to go into overtime, you want to have somebody that comes on the field and actually can guide the team down to be able to do that. And I don't think Sudfeld is the answer. So I'm hoping that, and I know you mentioned that, maybe they're waiting until training camp's over and they're, and everybody's got an abundance of quarterbacks and they're going to release somebody. But I would rather have a quarterback that's in-house and practicing and taking snaps.
Yeah.
Because the last thing I want to do is have a guy come in, right after being released, and the first game, Jared Goff goes down, and now they got a quarterback that doesn't know the offense.
Look at San Francisco. San Francisco has 4 guys that would probably be the number 1 clipboard holder on any team for sure. They're going to get rid of 1 or 2 of those guys. Tampa's going to probably get rid of 1 of those guys. There's a bunch of teams with a lot of backup quarterbacks that could, start in a lot of places. So I think that's what they're banking on. I think they're hedging their bets that there's a lot of NFL teams are now sitting with too many quarterbacks, and after mini camp, they're going to start picking and choosing what they want.
Well, the one thing that concerns me is a lot of those guys don't have playoff experience or Super Bowl experience. When you got Carson Wentz and Teddy Bridgewater and Matt Ryan all sitting out there, and you can get them, all 3 of them, for a song.
I don't think
except for Bridgewater. I don't. Matt Ryan is a dark horse because he's already got the analyst position. But you know what? The thing is a chance to come in and say, hey, look, we want you to come in. We want you to back up. You'll get some playing time, stuff like that, but we also want you to take Hendon Hooker underneath your wing. That's not a bad person to learn under. But again, again, just spitballing on that.
They also feel they have one of the top 3 offensive lines in football, whether that's true or not. So I'm sure they're going into this feeling that they can protect a quarterback through the season. Now, you can't make any guarantees, but I mean, they've done well. I mean, you could say Stafford years, good or bad, but they protected him for the most part. He was a tough SOB. A lot of other quarterbacks would have come out of games, but he played a lot in those 10 years at Detroit. He played most of the games, right?
Yeah, the biggest issue with the Lions is for the past several years, they can't seem to string a complete game together. When the offense is playing well, the defense sucks, and vice versa. So that's where they have to improve. True. They have to improve on both sides of the ball and even be consistent. I mean, there's games where the offense was on fire, but the defense sucks so bad. They have to be more consistent, even if they play at a, maybe not as a high level, but they play at a consistent level. I think they're going to win more games. That's been their biggest problem. That's what we're talking about. They find ways to lose. It's because, the teams are not playing, both sides of the ball are not playing at the same level. So Mike, I think that's
you're totally, Mike, you totally hit it on the head. I think, that they have over the years, they're either their offense is good, their defense has been bad, or vice versa. They just have not been able to put a whole complete team, one day go in there and have a complete game with everybody's on, including special teams and everything, all the other coverages that are involved. You're totally right.
Weren't they saying, first 6 games of last year, the defense was so bad they wanted to, run Aaron Glenn out of town on a rail, and then the last half of the season they were on fire. So, they need to be more consistent.
As soon as they fired that one coach, the defensive back coach, everything turned around. It did a complete 360.
Mike, if the Lions go 8-9 this year, is it still considered winning a good season?
What's that?
No.
What? Are you kidding me?
You had
5 years.
It's a failure if they don't win the division and they don't get a home game and do something in that playoff game.
That's unrealistic.
Winning the division?
Listen. Well, here's the thing. You had like 4 or 5 years where you could only win 2 or 3 games, right? Under the Patricia years.
You're not
And
supposed to
then-
mention that guy's name. And
Yeah,
They
but
say that
then,
name.
last year, you come out strong in the second half and you go, what was the record? 9-9.
Don't hurt her.
No, couldn't
I
be 9 and
was-
9. They only played 17 games.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, right.
yeah,
But they
8
had
and 9, wasn't
wins,
it?
right?
Or 9 and 8.
9-8.
9-8. I still think if you come out and at least win 8 games and win the brunt of your divisional matchups, that's still, I mean, you haven't been able to string season after season. An 8-win season after what Lions have done for, the past 6-7 years, I still think it's a success. It might not be as good as last year at win total, but my God, I mean, if they can still keep a propensity to be a relative team in the division in the NFL, I think it's a win.
Well, if they're going to win 8 games, it's feasible that they can win the division, because I mean that division. I mean, you figure the Packers are not going to be good. I think the Vikings take a step back, and I think the Bears will be okay, but they're going to have their growing pains, and there is no reason that the Lions shouldn't win this division. And that's and that's what all the sportscasters around the country are saying. If there was a year where the Lions were going to win the division, it's this upcoming year. And
Yeah, anything can happen though. I mean,
well, exactly, and that's what I'm trying. I'm trying to prevent things from going backwards. Meaning, like if something happens to Goff, then it's kind of like all the years that we Stafford's got this offense and they're great. Oh, the defense is looking a little bit better, and then he gets hurt, and they got so they got. I don't know, Tim McConnell as a quarterback. They're saying, hey, buy 3 tickets, you get a 4th one free. Buy 5 or more, you get to quarterback.
well, I mean, it wasn't that long ago that Caldwell had back-to-back 9 and 7 seasons, and they fired his ass. So
You think other teams are sitting right now going, "What if our quarterback gets hurt?"
well, every team's saying that just about. I think. I mean,
It'll be fine. I think it'll be
I think
fine.
Fred's frozen. Look at that face, the frozen face.
So,
I think it'll be okay. I think he'll be fine. Let's get off the Lions topic.
Yeah, exactly.
you want no more Lions stuff? No
Yeah,
more hockey and Lions stuff?
Yeah. It was funny because he went on Facebook today talking about, we talk about a lot of sports, and he leads off with sports. I think he's frozen, man. So
He's frozen.
all right, Rob,
He's got all our topics, so we're lost without topics.
Did you delete the text too?
No, I have it.
All
but
right,
I gotta go on my phone to get it. And
you just turned your video off.
well, because I got to go on my phone to look at the topics.
What a clusterfuck this show is.
This thing is like, we should stop doing that. When Fred comes back, let's tell him we've decided to stop doing the show.
Yeah, we quit. We're done.
Yeah, we quit.
You guys got to you got to make sure you stick to your day, because then I plan my day, and I plan my practices, I plan my lessons, and all of a sudden it's like, hey, it's Thursday. Oh shit.
Yeah, we need to stick to one day. You're right.
At least try anyway.
I don't know. I can't even find the text.
All right, turn your video back on.
I think
Fred's coming back on. Fred doesn't have a camera. There he goes. He's coming back.
Yeah.
Fred's back.
I don't know what's going on.
Fred is back again.
All right. Let's get to your topics, Freddie.
All right. Well,
Enough about the Lions.
right.
Right.
It's all conjecture anyway. Let's just fucking win.
Hey, just win, baby.
That's the Raiders shirt, though.
I know, but just win. You can't. Oh God, what the fuck?
What? All
All
right.
right. So Brock gave us some topics.
Thanks, Brock.
And yep.
You're saving the show.
Yes. So first one he brings up funny bike jumping stories.
I got one.
Funny things that you've done on your bike, or something bad that's happened on your bike at some point.
Jeez.
And since Tim's going complete horseshack on us, Go ahead, Tim. You can start.
I actually got two of them.
Tim, you go right in. Dibs up,
Can I go-
Dovazo.
Can I do two? Can I do two? I'll do one.
You do. You can do it. Okay. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Bradenton, Florida. I was on my grandfather's bike, and I was being a dumb shit, and everybody was blocking the road down one of those, like the trailer courts or the modular home park that my grandparents lived in. So I went on someone's grass and cut across the driveway. Well, there happened to be a chain on the driveway. That hurt. Down I went. Bad.
Oh boy,
bad.
that's not
Second
good.
one,
Yeah.
Second one, hanging out in town, riding bikes with Dennis Whitera, Matt Ruminap, Steve Olat, Jeff Lippa. I jumped the curb, my front tire fell off.
Oh boy.
That hurt.
Yikes. Yeah.
That hurt.
So that's
Okay,
what
that's-
happened to your face.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. Yeah. You look in the mirror lately?
Yeah, I know. I'm pretty goddamn pretty compared to your ass.
Ooh.
All right,
go ahead.
all right, Rob. Let's hear yours.
Well, I remember when we lived on Point Drive and I was always getting hurt on the bike, but I would always do crazy ass stunts. And me and Sammy Carey were riding down the street and I stood on my seat, stand up to ride it, like I'm surfing.
Like surfing.
Oh
You running
yeah.
the kid?
I wiped out so bad. There was a car that was behind us of an old couple. They stopped because they feared that I was really, really hurt, and they took me back home, which was only about a half a block. But they took me to my parents, and I was red road rash all down my left side. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
and then I can't remember who it was, but we were riding bikes over by City Hall. And someone jumped the curb and their seat fell off.
Oh.
And they didn't know, and they went down.
Oh,
Moon River.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I can't remember who it was.
Yeah.
Not a good. Not
yikes.
good.
That's not good. All right, I'll go next. I have a couple.
Mike.
Mine is super embarrassing, by the way. So my
You
brother
got
and
a girl's bike.
I was on a girl's bike, but my brother and I had the BMX bikes. Everybody had the BMX bikes, right? So we used to ride those all the time. And of course, to stop it, you just go reverse on the pedals to brake, right?
Oh no.
So
Not those.
one night or one day I'm riding my mom's bike that's a 3-speed, right? And I'm hauling ass down Bell River Road, Bell Avenue, headed towards Bell River Road, right by my house, right? And I am just my brother and probably Jerry Wagner were in front of me and Bob Minky, and so I'm trying to catch up. I'm hauling ass on this thing, and I get to Bell River, and I can't figure out how to stop the thing. I was probably like, I don't know, 10 years old or something. I'm trying to stop it by going backwards on the pedal like my regular bike. And I hit the fucking curb and I jumped the curb and went into the river with my mom's bike. Because that's so stupid. I couldn't figure out how to stop it, that their hand brakes to stop it.
At least you went in the river.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Another thing, how we used to always have, like, we'd put like playing cards in the spokes to make the noise and stuff. Well, I'm riding my bike and it's not making noise, so I turn around and look at it, and the next thing I know, I turned to look right into the back of a car. Boom! I went back. I went onto the trunk of the car. That's how hard I hit. I was like looking back. Why isn't this thing make? And then I just turn around and hit this car over the handlebars onto the trunk of the car. Roll off. I'm like, I had to get up to see if anybody saw me get on my bike and take
Yeah,
off.
the owner of the car.
Ouch.
So yeah,
Oh my God.
that was fun.
Brad.
Well, I was out on the Mickey Mouse trails,
Oh yeah.
out behind like where Urban Drive is, over by like where Scarcelli's used to live. And there used to be this big hill where you used to jump, and I was with Jeff Keithley, and and one other person. I can't remember who it was. And well, we got to this hill, and what we did is we were measuring how far we could go on our bikes to see how far. So Jeff just took off this one time and he was still pedaling in the air. He looked like Henry Thomas taking ET up towards the moon. And he was like flying. His face was classic, but I said, well, I got to beat that. So I start hauling ass, and I hit that friggin' hill, and I'm like cranking, and I'm off the seat, and I go to sit down, and I hit so hard. I had a banana seat. It went right up my ass, and it bent the whole end down like this. And I'm just wailing, trying to get home, because it's like, I was like, God, was I in a prison scene?
Oh,
So it was not good.
Got raped by your bike seat.
Yep, Jesus Christ. I know, didn't even offer a reach around. So and the other time was I was riding my bike to track practice over to Marine City, and I go over the bridge by the Dairy Queen, and I see some girls, and I said, "Hey, what's up?" Acting like real cool. Yep, and I hit one of those parking blocks, flipped over the handlebars, and then landed right on the corner of it, right up my ass. Again.
Always stuff up his ass.
I know, it's like I'm trying to
Richard Gere.
Yeah. Trying to run at practice was not good. And then I had a track meet the next day, and I was in so much pain. I don't even know how I even participated and because I had to do the long jump, and then I had to do 100-yard dash and the 220 and all this stuff. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, and every time I took a stride, it was like, ooh, ah. It was awful. It was just awful. And that whole banana seat was horrible.
You guys ever get your pant leg stuck in the chain?
Oh yeah.
God, yes.
Oh yeah.
Get locked up. You can't do nothing. You fall over. You can't do nothing.
Right.
Nope. Can't do a damn thing. So those were
my dad screwed up my new bike one time. He put the pedals on the wrong side and stripped them out. It was a nice bike, and he put it, because you got an R and an L. He didn't know that. He put him in, stripped him. I'm riding down Marine City Highway, and the damn pedal falls off.
What's your thing with shit falling off? Fred shit up his ass, stuff.
I used to ride my bike down Marine City Highway in a snowstorm, jump off, let the cars go by, and then jump back on the road and ride again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My mom, one day we were driving to basketball practice, and we see some kid riding his bike on King Road, and my mom goes, "Oh hell no, is that Tim?" I'm like, "Yep." He goes, "Tell that little fucker to get in the car. That's just ridiculous." So she pulled over, grabbed him, and we said, "Well, we're taking you home too, because you're not riding your bike like this. It's stupid."
Did you ever ride your bike on Bell River, and then you'd be in like packed snow, would be okay, and then you get to that powdery stuff, it was just laying on the ice where it was slick, and you hit it and go,
gone.
Oh yeah,
gone.
I did that. My mom told me to go get a gallon of milk at the little grocery, and I had to ride my bike, and I got to like right where Lemise was, and my bike slipped right out from underneath me. The gallon of milk hit the ground and exploded everywhere.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say it went up your ass.
Nothing like having a whole milk enema.
How did
it slipped off the bike and it went right up my ass.
Yeah.
How did it get up there, Doc? I don't know.
Well, they always said milk does the body good.
It brought me to tears. It brought me to tears.
Got milk?
I was walking down the sidewalk and I tripped and it went right up my ass.
Give me another topic.
Fred came home and said, I dropped the milk and it went up my ass, but he still had a milk mustache.
except it was white milk, but when it had the milk mustache, it was actually chocolate milk.
Chocolate milk.
Oh,
Oh,
Jackie,
God.
Jackie's asked me, she goes, what do you guys talk about on there? And I'm like, absolutely nothing.
Yeah. We read scripture for an hour.
Well, God forbid she watch an episode, for crying out loud. I mean,
Oh no, I've never told her what it is. I don't
Oh.
want her knowing.
Yeah, because she'll break up with your ass.
Simon?
I'm gonna comment on that picture she posted the other day. Jackie, it's called Idiot Circle. You're welcome.
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh, by the way, Rob's back on Facebook. He's posting some pictures. He's
Yeah,
being
it's
tagged
about-
in some
Are you?
pictures. It's
It's
about
about
time.
time.
Nice.
Nope, I got a confession. I got
Oh.
a confession.
Okay.
So Jackie says
Jackie
to me,
did it. Jackie
she
did it.
says, what, she kept bugging me. Why are you on Facebook? You have a Facebook page. You're never on it. I said, I know, I haven't been on it for like 10 years. And she's like, well, she goes, you got this sad sack status. It says divorced something. I don't know what. She goes,
Yeah.
I'm trying to tag my boyfriend and it says divorced, single, on there. She's getting mad at me and shit. I'm like, Jackie, what do you care? I don't care. She's like, people look for you and they'll find you. And then it says single. And I'm telling people you're my boyfriend. So I said, listen, I tried to close it down like 10 years ago. It's like impossible to do that with Facebook. And I'm sure, Mike, you can, because you're a IT genius. But for the rest of us,
Yeah, you just say you want to cancel, and it's like 90 days later it gets canceled. I mean,
so anyway,
genius.
I go, I don't know my passcode. I don't know. Well, she goes, well, you mind if I go in and change your status? And I said, okay. So she did. So really, she's running my Facebook page. I still haven't been in it. She was on the phone with me the other night. She's like, okay, people, she's reading off a list of names. And I'd go, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no.
This is classic Rob. I didn't even remember my passcode. Jackie says, "Do you mind if I go in there?" How the fuck did she figure it out and you couldn't?
Yeah.
Well, here's what she did. She said, well, it looks like it's tied to your phone number. So she put in my phone number
Yeah.
and she says, it's going to send you a code. So I gave her the code and then she went in and changed the password. So I don't even know what the passcode is. I still get into the damn thing.
Oh, if I was her, I'd be lighting your ass up on Facebook. Since you're never on there, I'd be lighting you up.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
well,
ask her for the password.
Well, yeah. Well, the good thing is now is you can pick who you choose to be friends with on there, and that's the only people that are going to see your stuff.
That's what I told her. I said, I don't want more than like 100 people on there.
Oh, don't worry, you don't have that many
Don't worry.
friends. There's no danger in that happening.
I did tell Jackie, I said, Jackie, I have just a tight circle around me. That's all I really.
Again, the tight circle you're talking about, and it went up his ass.
You guys are a mess. You guys are a mess.
Oh, shut up, big head.
And his head went up his ass. All right, Fred.
Right,
Let's get your next topic in
Oh
here.
boy.
Okay, the next topic was, do you guys have plans for retirement, and where and when?
Who wants to go first?
You go ahead,
Well,
Rob.
I'll go first.
Okay,
since I
Fred's
went-
going.
As far as retirement's concerned, I don't know when that's going to happen anytime soon because it's been rough, with the retirement funds so far. But I think when I do retire, it will either be somewhere like Traverse City, or I'll be down in Florida somewhere where it's warm, or something like that where it's because that's where I want to be somewhere where it's warm year round. So I would pretty much probably focus in somewhere down south. The only reason why I would go to Traverse City is because of the water access up there is beautiful, and there's a lot of cool things to do up there. I know it's expensive to live up there, but you know, like I said, that's what retirement's for, to go up there. And I know there's some people up there that I know. So that's probably my idea of what I would probably do.
All right, you go, Rob.
I think I got about 15, maybe a little longer years of work left. Where does
Really?
someone who lives in Florida retire to? I don't know. I mean, maybe we stay down here if
New Haven.
it works out with Jackie. Would we, get
Yeah.
married? Do we buy a house together and where? I've always looked at a place. I travel for work. I go to Charlotte a lot. Just got back. I stay in a little area called Belmont, North Carolina, which is a beautiful, quaint little city. They get a little snow, not enough to make it, miserable. So they have a change of seasons. It's pretty warm there for the most part of the year. I've always thought of maybe doing that.
Nice.
Hey, McCall, we're doing a show. So so instead of looking around like, oh, hey, I just farted. Oh, I don't care. Those girls, hey, those girls can do their own thing. They know how to hit. They don't need your help.
Yeah, did they see you hit, Timmy? I mean, I'm not sure they want to take advice.
No, they probably don't. They probably don't.
Well, you know what? While you're doing the show, why don't you just have Scott Evans come over and just show them how to hit?
Yeah, that'd be a good one. They don't like him.
Oh,
They
no,
don't
really?
like him.
All right, you're up,
Wait.
Tim.
Yeah, Tim, you're up. But when Mike's done, bring one of the girls over. Let's interview her.
All right, we're on.
Okay.
6. Is he coming to get me? Is that what he's doing? All right, 6 years. I'm gonna hopefully retire out of the local. 32 years, probably service.
You're
We
coming
talked
here.
We talked about going to Florida, get maybe a coaching job down there, but it kind of sounds like we're gonna steer wherever the girls are, is where we will be.
Oh,
Makes sense.
makes sense.
So I think I got probably about I'm gonna say 10 or 12 more years of work, but we'll see, maybe sooner. And as far as where we're going, I'm with you, Tim. I'm going wherever my girls are gonna be. Tammy and my girls are like inseparable. So we've already decided that we're not gonna move away from our grandkids. Would I, obviously we'll be taking vacations and stuff, but most likely we'll be taking them with us. So wherever they're going to be, I think mainly it's going to be Michigan, I would imagine, but who knows?
LT?
We'll see what happens. So, but that's
exciting.
my plans. So
Hey, whatever, just as long as we're all healthy. That's all
I
that counts.
just hope the way things are going that we actually can retire.
Yeah, I hope.
So
You guys want
So
to say
that-
hi to Cassidy? Come here.
what do you say?
One of my
Who?
former players. Cassidy, say hi.
Hi, Cassidy.
Oh,
How are you?
oh, that's from Marysville,
Cassidy.
right?
We're here in
That's
Oregon.
Kaz, right? Kaczynski. Yeah. And I knew your dad. Good. He was a good man.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Cassidy,
Tell
you
him
don't
what a great-
listen to that.
tell
You
him what a
don't
great
listen to
coach I
that
am.
guy's
Yeah, he
coaching. do you?
abused me, so
Well, we
no,
know
he's
that.
great. I'm
Yeah, we-
one of the lucky ones.
Oh,
Not
Not if
Yeah.
you're standing next to him.
not if you're standing next to that. See, he can't even put his head in the picture. It's so damn big.
He said my head's too big to get in the picture.
Answer the door.
That's right. That's right. Say bye, Kaz.
Bye,
Bye,
Cassidy.
Kaz.
Okay. Let's move. You guys, what do we got next?
Former Marysville / Port Huron Northern player.
Correct.
Next subject is do any of you have any Morrow Road stories?
Morrow Road. Oh yeah, I do.
Go ahead, Tim.
Gary, remember the weeping willow trees that were there?
Yeah.
Remember those?
Yeah.
Who the hell did I go out there with? Scared.
Reminds
It
me-
was me and you.
You remind me
It
of
was-
Chris Farley.
Yeah.
Remember that?
It was me
That was
and you.
cool.
Yeah.
It was me and Fred.
Yes.
We were in the Cutlass. Weren't we the
Yes.
red car?
All right, what's the
Yeah.
story?
Dude,
So far
didn't
we've
even
got
know.
weeping willow
Stop
trees.
walking around, you fucking moron. Sit down and tell the story.
We got a car, we've
Anyway.
got trees. Now, can you expand a little bit on this story?
You want me to finish?
Yes, please.
I've never been
That's what
out there.
she said.
Never knew anything about it. He took me out there. We drove in like you could get in close to the house with the weeping willow tree. It scared the shit out of me, man. I'll never forget. It scared the living shit out of me.
So you and Fred went.
That's
wait.
That's a
Great
now you're making
story.
it sound like we went parking or something.
Yeah, that's what I was
Fred.
just
Oh.
gonna say. You
No,
and
we
Fred
had-
went parking on Morrow
we had-
Road
we had Michelle Smith.
under the
Yeah, we-
weeping
You
willow
know, it
tree,
was up my ass. is what he
I think
said.
Lisa Weaver was there, too.
and all of a sudden he kicked him in the ding ding.
And I think it was Lisa Wayburn and Michelle Smith were in the
Yeah.
back seat.
Oh, okay. Now
yeah.
they're adding women to the
scary.
story,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Okay.
Pretty scary. Pretty
And
scary.
and Tim was getting all like spooked, and I'm like, I
Dude,
don't know what the hell you're getting. I don't know what the hell you're getting all spooked for. Don't know what the hell you're getting all spooked for. So
Spoon?
we wrote
You mean you guys were spooning, right? Is that what
spooked.
Well, back this train up.
back that ass
Yeah.
up?
Listen, which one was with Lisa and which one was with Michelle Smith?
We just took a ride. We were cruising town and we wanted to go see it.
Okay, so
Tim
yeah.
wouldn't shut up about it that night. He just
who
wanted
was
to see.
driving? Who was driving?
I was driving
Okay.
my Buick Regal.
The girls were in the back. We were in the
The
front.
girls were in the back. We picked them up. They were just cruising around. And they said, "Hey, we're going out to Morrow Road because Tim won't shut up. You guys want to go?" Sure. So we pull in and we get in there and you can see the house and the weeping willow stuff. And
So scary.
and
So
Tim's like, "What the hell, man?
Get the
This is
fuck
freaky
outta here."
shit." I'm like, "Dude, nothing's gonna happen." And we rolled the windows down, and all of a sudden, you almost could hear it sounded like a baby crying.
Scared the
And
shit
I,
out of
and
me.
I,
Yeah, it
And
was
I'm
you,
like-
Fred.
and I'm like, no, it was Timmy. No, but I heard it. I said, and
It hurt.
he looks at me like this. Get the fuck out of here! I'm like, you.
And all of a sudden it went up my ass and I started crying like a baby.
All right,
You know, it's up my ass.
yeah, you guys are all can go up my ass.
Million.
We're talking about Morrow Road. Hey, say it, LT.
What's up, LT?
What's
up,
up?
brother?
What's up, man?
Morrow Road, baby. Morrow Road. LT had a handprint on his car the night we went out there.
Probably
They did
two
that.
handprints. Probably two.
I thought there were two footprints.
Footprints on the
Hand
windshield.
footprint. What's
Yeah.
this? Oh, that's a knee. That's
Yeah.
a knee.
Yeah.
Knee print.
Yeah, two footprints, and you're playing the Titanic theme song in the background.
Oh boy. Now
Rob.
you're riding in a car, huh?
Yeah, now I'm riding the car.
Christ.
Goodness.
This is a
gracious.
shit show.
Oh, he's a shit show. Tim, it's okay to say no. I can't make the show tonight.
Right.
I
Yeah, it's
I wanted
okay.
to bring a new element to the show.
Well, that's called dedication, boys.
Yeah. It's called
all right.
committed. At least you should be.
Everyone
Well,
talk
yeah, he
about
should
Morrow
be.
Road. Everyone talk about it.
Well,
No,
Rob,
not
Rob,
everybody.
Rob
No,
said he has.
You're the only
Mike-
one. It was
Yeah.
quite a riveting story. Your story.
Yeah, how do we top that story?
Yeah, how do we follow that?
I don't know how you top that.
There's a movie.
story.
There's a movie about it, right? Now there's a movie coming out.
Allegedly, they're shooting it.
Allegedly, yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, but see now, back in the day, that bridge was there, the house was there, the weeping willow trees. It was pretty goddamn scary, buddy.
It was only scary because somebody told you a story and made it scary. I mean,
Yeah, but
look
it's
at-
still freaky, man.
anywhere in the country in Marine City, there's a bridge, there's a weeping willow tree, and there's a house. I mean, what the
That old,
fuck? It could
that
be
old
on.
house,
It could be on fucking Chartier. It could be on Arnold
that old
Road.
house. That old house was scary, man. It was scary, big time.
Rob, I know you have one.
Oh yeah. So Mike, as you know, I dated a girl, lived on Morrow Road, and we would ride the snowmobiles at night. So, and that is just pitch black dark. So we stopped in one area. It was a little time to get a little amorous, it was
Just
sexy
say it.
time.
Just say it.
Sexy time.
Sexy time, and we're out.
Actual
and
chocolate.
Pow, pow.
we're yeah, I mean, they're just in a little field opening in all these woods, and I mean, I got this creepy feeling like there was someone out there with us. I don't know what it was, and I'm
Yeah, it
like,
was that midget you hired.
Somebody watching you. I mean,
I had the polo pony, the midget, I had it all out there.
Yeah,
but,
and you had and in the background you had it only feels like somebody's watching me on the radio.
Yeah.
Rockwell.
no,
Yeah,
it was
Rockwell.
like, I mean, we knew that.
You have both hands on your shoulder.
Yeah, two hands, and next thing you know, it was up my ass. I don't know.
I felt
Was-
like somebody was with me, and then all of a sudden, it's up
Yeah.
my ass.
Yeah, No, it was-
were you saying that Lisa was pegging you?
we all knew the stories of the babies crying, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I never heard it, but I just knew there was like someone out there watching, and
Yeah.
I was like, it spooked me, and I said, we got to go, and that was it.
Yeah.
All those times it was
Good.
Rob out there in the field crying because he couldn't perform out there.
That's the baby crying. Yeah, that's true.
I don't have any Morrow Road stories.
Yeah,
I mean, I've been
Well.
out there, but I don't scare easily like
right.
There's a bunch of
somebody does.
yeah.
Wait,
Oh
so
man, I was
here's
scared shitless.
yeah. So the next topic is: have you ever escaped from school during school hours?
You mean like ditch schools? Cut?
I'm only going off how we put it. So yeah, I would imagine. Have you ever ditched school or skedaddled out of school?
All the time.
I know you did.
I only did it one time in my life. I mean, I was one of those nerds that actually liked being at school. So, well, it was me and Joe Springborn, and it was like after I think second hour, we just decided to take off, and we were around the neighborhood for a while, and we were like, this is fucking boring. Let's go back to school. So we went back to school. So I mean, everybody else is at school. So what is there to do when everybody else is at school? So that was my one and only time I did it. So yeah, I'm a nerd. Okay, whatever. Move on.
How about you, Tim? I'm sure you did.
One time.
One
One
time.
time.
Yeah, senior skip day. That was it.
Oh yeah, go up to Lakeport.
We went to
No, we went to
Stony
Stony Creek.
Stony Creek. We did, and then but I always had athletics going on. You couldn't skip. You would.
Why did everything go black?
I played 3 sports. Me?
You're freezing, and it's going full speed and like
Hey,
triple
now you're
speed
truly,
I'm
you just. I just want to let you know you're going to get an email saying that you just won the role of Max Headroom.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm going down Main City Highway. I'm in that dead zone.
Yeah, of course.
Well, that road is a dead zone.
Yeah.
But no, I played 3 sports, and you couldn't get any time.
Hey, Tim.
Is it still coming out?
It's still doing it.
Why
Oh
do you-
god.
Why do you tweak your nipples when you do that?
Because he does it on the
Don't
movie.
you
He
remember
does.
when he
Yeah.
remember when they throw the last pass
When he scores the
and-
touchdown, he goes,
and he's over there and
he's got nipple
he's got
rings.
nipple rings. He's like,
You gotta watch it again.
yeah.
Gabe's and I watched it like 5 times.
Let's do a watch party and we'll all watch it together.
All right.
That's a fucking amazing movie.
So, I did it about 3 or 4 times. But one of the times, it was Bill Recor, myself, I think Donnie Lippa. There was everybody that was nominated for Homecoming King, and we all jumped in one car, and I looked at everybody and says, so anybody want to go back to school right now? And they go, no. I said, how about we go back to my house and have a couple of my dad's beers? So we ended up sitting in our garage. My mom was, I think, teaching. My dad was at school. We went in the garage, and I think we had like 2 or 3 beers apiece, and then we went back to school.
And all of a sudden, an Altus bottle went right up my ass.
Yes. Nothing like a beer enema.
We've had, so now you've said milk, beer.
Right. So a couple times girlfriend said, "Hey, you want to skip class? Why? You know why. Sure, let's go." So had some fun that way too.
Up the ass.
Not mine.
Not mine. He's like, finally, he's like, not mine.
Yeah, for once. For once.
Oh, so that's what it looks like when that happens. How about you, Rob? Well, yeah, you said you did it all the time.
I did a lot. I skipped a lot. Yeah, for
You're
sure.
a bad boy. You're a bad boy.
I was. I mean, I can't even remember. I don't even know if I could cite one because there was a lot. We did go. It wasn't our senior skip day. It was, we're sophomores, and it was senior skip day, and we all went up to Lakeport, that beach up there. I remember that.
Yeah, that was with that was Gary Mabry and that class. Lisa was in the car. There was a couple other girls in the car. We were driving up. We went by Dave Tracy, my uncle. Mike, Dave, my uncle Dave. Fred, obviously, it's his cousin, right? That would be your cousin, great cousin. We're driving up, and he was cutting his mother-in-law's grass right there on Gratiot, and he was a good-looking guy, blonde hair, and he had his shirt off cut. And all the girls, they see him, and they're and he's 20 years older than us. They're yelling and screaming at him. I'm like, and he looks right at us, and he sees me in the car, like, and knows that I'm skipping school. So
Oh boy.
that didn't go over so well because he told my mom.
Bad boy.
What's that knocking sound?
Yeah, what is it?
I don't know. Anyway.
Morrow Road.
I was just going to say it's the
Road.
ghosts of Morrow Road.
So, next subject. If you had to move to any other country, which one would it be and why?
Detroit.
Detroit.
Baltimore.
Not sure.
I'll go first.
Okay.
I would move to Thailand because I love Thailand. I went there, visited it. Food's amazing. It's my favorite food. And the beaches and just everything about Thailand is awesome. The people are awesome. It's all about tourism. You could live like a king there once you get there. It's very cheap to live there. That would be my pick.
Mike, the hookers are guys.
Some of them, yes. Some of them are. Yeah. Some of them are. But...
How about you, Rob?
I would go Costa Rica, I think. I think I would live in Costa Rica.
And why?
Well, a lot of expats down there. There's a Federal Reserve, so the banking system is the same as ours. Good-looking women, beautiful beaches, and like Mike said, you can live like a king, basically.
Hi, bud. Okay.
Fred's frozen again. This is an all-out shit show, this show.
How do you distinguish between the other shows? This one's the shit show. What?
Fred, you froze up again, buddy.
You got Timmy over there talking to
I
other
didn't freeze
people
with
through
you.
the whole
You guys
show.
weren't frozen and I wasn't, so I don't know what the hell's going on.
Yeah,
It keeps saying your internet connection is unstable, which makes absolutely no sense.
Maybe it means that you're unstable.
Well, we already know that. I mean, that's a given. I guess if I was going to live in another country, I know this might be weird, but I might move to Canada or in the
Bubba.
Vancouver area, area. Because it's absolutely beautiful over there. And to move
And they got good
somewhere
beer.
where it was going to be warm. Maybe Australia. I would love to be able to, go there and maybe get in a crew and and do some things with sharks and stuff like that. Learn a little bit about them, stuff like that. Get in the cage and have some sharks bang up against it and stuff like that.
That'd be
Drink
cool.
some beers. I don't know. I mean,
Don't say it, Rob. Don't
I
say
was,
it.
I was
no,
gonna
it's
say it.
and I'm not going to have a shark go
You
up
know
my
what?
ass. I was going to stick my brown eye outside the friggin'.
Frisky out of me.
Frisky, Albie.
Boy, shark dong. Up
Want a
his
piece
ass.
of chicken?
All right, Tim, what about you?
By the looks of it, Morty's in Greece. I don't know if I told you guys, but some of the pictures that she's
No, I know.
sent
Isn't that
is
beautiful?
amazing over there. So I would say that possibly.
Well,
that'd be cool.
if she ends up marrying him, then obviously you'll do some family trips over there with Angela and Mary Beth.
Yeah, I would definitely take a peek at that, brother. I gotta get the pictures together and show you guys. It's amazing.
Hey Tim, since
Amazing.
you're working over there, but when you travel on a plane, you buy 2 tickets for your head.
Yeah, travel.
He's got to travel first class with that head.
You wait the whole show to figure that one out, Rob.
Well, hey, Rob,
the guy next to Tim has to sit like
Easy.
this.
There it is again.
Hey, did you have to figure that out the whole show to do that, Tim?
Nice comeback, Tim.
Yeah, nice comeback. Hey, 5th grade called. They said they want their comeback back.
You're so stupid you thought a quarterback in football was a refund.
Again, 5th grade just called and they want their comebacks back.
All right.
So
Stop walking around. You're making me dizzy.
Hey Tim, here's the funny thing. Rob's a couple, over 1,000 miles away, and he's gonna get away with this. You're gonna knock on his door one night, and you're gonna open it up, and he's gonna go, "Oh fuck," and you're gonna split.
Head. Anyway,
you're gonna headbutt him.
You guys finish your show. I got to cut short. So, all right.
All right.
I got some friends over, but
all right, man.
Great job.
I got much more people around me now than you guys. I gotta go.
But hey, I traveled at the softball field all the way from Marine City down Marine City Highway to my house.
And you guys missed a golden opportunity to actually drive around the idiot circle before you went out.
That's a great idea. I'll do it next time.
So who do you had over?
Great idea. Caitlin Vance, Kaz is over. Well,
Cassidy's
one
over.
of the coaches. Yeah, she stepped over. And
Is
Lexi,
she one of the coaches? She's one of the coaches.
Yeah, she helps out. And Lexi Orr, one of my former players, is coming too. So, and I'm just going in to get Jamie out and ready to roll.
All right, man.
All right. Well, tell LT I said hello.
I will.
All right.
Bye,
Be
Tim.
good. Be safe. Oh, no, you're gonna get Comedy Central again because I got to figure out how I'm getting off this thing.
Here we go.
That's what she
Here we go.
said.
Just shut off your phone, Tim.
Hit the stopwatch.
Well, now he's got it paused. There you go.
Yeah,
He
there
figured
goes.
it out. Yay.
Yay.
All right. Any more topics, or is that the last one?
He has one more. He goes, what celebrity do you absolutely hate, and who's one that you absolutely love?
Celebrities that you hate and ones that you love. Do you got an answer, Rob?
Not particularly fond of Jane Fonda. Probably the one I least like. And I'd say the one I like the most is Jason Bateman again. I love that guy. I
Yeah,
mean,
he's
everything
awesome.
he does comedy, does dark comedy, does drama. He writes, he produces, he acts. He's good. Yeah.
He is good. Is Freddy frozen up again?
Is he really?
Yeah. I know the
But how do you not?
the
How do you
title of
not?
this episode is shit show.
Yeah. How do you not put guys like our age comedian guys like the Will Ferrells and Adam Sandlers and those guys, because those guys are just absolutely amazing comedic actors. I
Yeah.
love,
Oh, there goes Fred. He's gone.
he's gone.
He
He gone.
gone. He gone. Yeah. So we'll see if he comes back, but let's see what happens. But yeah, Jason
The
Bateman is
show's
one of my.
losing its luster anyway, isn't
It
it?
is. It
We
is.
should just
We
end
should
it.
just. Yeah, I think we should just end it. So
Yeah.
let's call it. Time of death of this show is
Time.
8:15 p.m.
Call this show Time of Death. Just
Yeah.
that should be
There you go.
all
Perfect.
right.
All right, man.
Mike, it's good talking to you. Maybe
too.
next week, maybe not. We'll see.
We'll see if we might have just quit the show just now. So. All right, man. Take it easy.
Cheers.